Hi there, welcome, it's Anna here. And it is Wednesday, which means it's time to do a use it or lose it video. Today I am going to use parts of junk mail envelopes. When I get junk mail, they come in big envelopes, and I usually do like this. I cut them into half. And the piece with the window I save, and I tea dye them or make them. I'm gonna make them into some ephemera as well, where the window, the inside of the pocket will be the focal point, so they will be quite plain. But all the rest of the envelopes I am going to make into pockets today. So I have glued them shut before I cut them apart. So I have a pocket, but they have to be covered up and decorated. So I have 4 of them today, and I thought that we would decorate them and make them into something prettier than this, right? So I am going to cover them with different papers, and I want something in the background. I was thinking, because I have a bunch of papers I have picked up. I have a bunch of pattern paper, just scraps that I have torn off and used in other projects, and then I have something, and those will be part of it. And I have also some music, and I have book page, and I have a letter that's written in pencil, and I thought, why not use these as a base? So I have glue paper, I have a glue stick, I have a ruler to help me tear, I hope, somewhere. There it is. And yeah, so I'm gonna build them up, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do all of them at the same time or once at a time, but this is what I'm doing today. So I'm using up scraps. I'm using up scraps of book page, and I'm using up envelopes. So big thumbs up for that. Let's start with this, because since this is a short letter and it's written in pencil, I haven't put it in a journal. Excuse me. So I was thinking maybe I can just glue it down and have it as a background. So I'm going to start by putting glue on the on the envelope, and then I can put it down, and then I can tear it. Plenty of glue, and I am using Tombow Mono Glue Stick Professional. That's my go-to glue for bigger surfaces. It doesn't buckle. It is has quite a good grip. Can you please? Thank you. And I enjoy using it. And that of course turned out quite crooked, but that doesn't matter because I can cover this with something else. I'm gonna use my handy dandy tool to make sure it's glued down. Flip it over. Take my ruler and tear it off. Haha, that was not expected. It's been folded for so many years, so it's tore. So there I have a background. Let's see if I can get this off as well somehow. So anyway, Wednesday, in the middle of the week. How are you guys doing? Have you had a good week so far? I still have a struggle a bit with my cold, but better and better every day. So there we have a background, and this one will obviously be horizontal, but I think I can do some of them vertical as well. That could be fun, I think. This one will be horizontal, I guess. It's a fun piece. Let's glue these down first, and then we can continue with decorating. Let's do this one. Just feeling that I don't have any glue left here. And if you're Swedish, you can see where I live when you see this. But I don't mind, because I say it quite often. Anyway, so I'm just holding this up to the light, and that's actually straight-ish, which is good enough for me. Anyway, as I said, I'm struggling a bit with my cold still, and I have got some kind of infection on my nose. So I will spare you the details, but it isn't really feeling nice. It's like a cold sore, but on my nose, and it's hurting. And I have a CPAP machine for sleeping because of snoring, of course, and also I get, what's that called, when you stop breathing in the night. So I have that, and the CPAP has really improved my sleep and my life, I think, a lot. I've had it since like February, and I like that. And I am thankful every day that I have it. But now, when my nose is, because it's around my nostrils, it's hurting like, oh, it hurts to use it. And yeah, BB, best brother, I believe, maybe. Let's use this. Yeah, so my sleep isn't really as good right now, and every morning when I wake up, because I really need to use my CPAP machine, I can't sleep without it, so I use it anyway. And yes, I clean it very thoroughly, but when I wake up, it's, the whole nose is like a sore. This morning it's got stuck to my nose, so I had to, yeah, it was not nice. But we will see. We will see. So trying to tear again. Yeah. And this I can put in some kind of scrap paper pad or something. It will be perfect for that. So I'm not wasting the paper. These are so narrow I can tear them, so I'm gonna use my scissors and just cut them off. And if you are one of my newer viewers, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Hope you decide to stay. This is a little bowl I always have on my desk, and when I get this kind of small offcuts and things, I just toss them in there so they don't accidentally get on the floor, and so it keeps my craft room a bit cleaner. There we have 3. Let's do one more with the music, and that doesn't cover the whole length, so we are gonna do another horizontal. I think I might want this. Yes, just feeling again so that it isn't too sticky. Anyway, today I have to go out, even though I'm having my day off work, and even though I am not feeling 100%, I have to go out today because my youngest daughter, Clara, she's 14. She is going to the optician, I think the name is. She is getting some lenses. She has glasses, but when you play volleyball, it's it's not ideal to have glasses. I don't know how many times we have been to the optician and get them mended because she got a ball on them, or someone was waving and hitting her, or yeah. So she is gonna try to have lenses when doing volleyball, and also while riding her mountain bike, of course, because that can help her as well. She can use sunglasses and sports glasses and so on. She is really cute in her glasses though, and she knows it. So she doesn't want to use lenses all the time, just when she needs it for some reason. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with her for that. And here you can't, when you start using lenses, you won't get them home, at least from our optician, until you can put them in and take them out. So she's going to lens school today, this afternoon, so I'm gonna go with her. There we go, we have our bases. Let's put the lid on this, and now we're gonna decide how to decorate them. Where am I moving this? I should be moving those. What do I want? I have been using this kind of envelope offcuts for a while, making pockets. Some of them I have just been using like paper like this and just ready. And maybe putting a person on or something, but I thought I could do a bit of collaging today. I love this paper, so pretty. Maybe I can do a little tear. You can see here I have been making whale tail tabs with this one. Maybe I can tear it and then put something on. That's an option. Or maybe I can use this one. Ooh. This is from one of the Pepin Press gift papers. Could do that side. It's not as big though. Let's put these to the side. These are too small, I think. Here we have one that is already torn, like what's it called? Florentine paper style. Could do. Too bad I did a whale tail tab on that one. I don't think so. Let's see what I have here. This one could go. If I did it from the top and down. Yeah, that's an option. Ooh, here we have some fun stuff. I'm going into the autumnal colors here. This is a 6x6. This is an offcut of something. And here is the fly leaves of a book. It's quite thin and quite... it has a hole in it, and someone did some art on the backside. But I thought, why not use it? Because I love the pattern. Why not use it in collaging? That's too much the same. Maybe I can do on one of these. Yes, I can. Let's do one of those. And now I'm just trying to, let's get these to the side. Let's get them away. There we go. So we have more space to work on. Let's save these. And what do I want to put on them? Because that depends on how I'm gonna do it. I have some birds, and I also have, because I did one, I did this a while back, where I took some scrapbooking paper and some lace and a label, and this is stamped on rice paper, and I thought that turned out really cool. So I was thinking maybe I can do, I have a few labels that I have stamped on not labels, stamps on fabric. Different kind of fabrics. This one is a bit botched, but I don't know. So I have a few of these. I could use 1 or 2 of them, even though I was planning on just sewing them onto things. I don't know, maybe we will see. I will have them here somewhere. And I also have the birds. Too big. Many of these are really big birds. It won't fit. No, it won't. So I'm going to audition a few and see if, oh, that's cute. Maybe I will lose its feet, but I could do like that and have him. Maybe a label or 2. That's an option. Oh, this one, it's a bit smaller. There's another one with some leaves that could go with the green as well. Because I don't want them disappearing into the background. Let's see. You could work on there, but not with that background. Have to have another background for that. So this is my auditioning bit, and it's always the thing that takes the longest. I kind of like him. Why am I calling them him? Maybe I can use this one a bit, tear it, and then have him. That could work. That could work. This one, it might work if I tore it like that. And I still have this one. I'm thinking, I am looking, what do I want? Because I think I'm trying to, I like those. I know I have some other, I fussy cut some gentlemen and things out of different book pages. Maybe I can skip this one and have this one instead. And have one of the gentlemen. Or maybe even this one. Let's try it. I will start with the others. And get rid of these because they won't work. And no, let's do this. Let's do it. We need inking, we need gluing, and we need to decide where to start. Let's start with this one. And I'm going to tear it. This one is already torn. I think I can do it on the side like that. And I think I'm gonna lose one of the little thingy. Should I do it this way? And tear it like so. On this one, and tear it like so. And keep tear it like that. I'm just trying to feel what I want to do. Let's start. This one will go upside and down. A bit too much white. I wanted a bit white, but this was too much. So that, and then we can add the bird. I like it. I like it, and I'm gonna tear it, and then I'm gonna ink it, and I'm going to glue it down. Where did I put my ruler? There it is. That was easier, of course. Bit down there. Ink, ink, ink. I'm sorry if the sun all of a sudden comes out. It was really overcast today, and then all of a sudden the sun decided to come out just because I started filming, right? This is gathered twigs. A bit too much white maybe again. There we go. So you can do this any style you like. They're so versatile, these kind of envelopes. Yes, let's glue it down. So here comes they're gonna empty the trash bins today, it seems. Yes, and he will be inked, and I am going to cut that off, and I'm going to take that white part out as well using my glass, sheet of glass, and my X-Acto knife. I often save taking out the white parts when I fussy cut in advance, because when I store them it's easier that they get damaged if they have more flimsy parts, you know. So it's so quick and easy to do this with your X-Acto knife. Oops, that was not planned to happen. Give me a second and I will be back with a new knife. There we go. I managed to find a new blade for my knife, and I also decided to do the last piece of cutting there without having the camera on. Yes, more inking, and I am switching to a makeup brush because this has lots of tiny little details. So I'm just going to ink the edges a bit, kissing the edges with my makeup brush, still the same ink, and trying to be a bit careful because I'm a heavy inker. There we go. And now I am really disturbed by that little tiny piece there. This blade was so much sharper. I think it was time to change anyway. I will probably cut down, yeah, a bit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And I will probably have a label or two on that one as well, or a stamp or something. That's one ready for gluing. And let's do the next one. Let's do this one because I'm fairly sure of that one. Start by inking the lovely bird of prey here. Can't remember which one it is, and I'm not a bird watcher, so I don't know it by instinct. It could be something. Eagle, falcon, something else. And this one I want in the bottom corner, so I am going to just tear it down here. And do I want to have it kind of straight this time maybe, or do I want to fussy tear it as well? I have a tear edge ruler, maybe I can use that. Be a bit lazy this time. Where's the bottom? Down there. Something like that. Ta-da! Sometimes you can be lazy. No one will judge you for being lazy once in a while, I hope. So there we are. Quite like that. He's looking regal. There we go. Beautiful and quick. Quicker than that one. Let's do this. Once again, we have to take the white out. And I want to... how do I want to tear this one? I'm gonna try and do it by hand. This is so fragile. That will be perfect. Look at that. And I'm gonna do a little bit of inking, of course, trying to be gentle again, because this one is so grungy all by itself, so I don't want it to look less grungy. There we go. And bird, you need to get rid of some of your white here. Some kind of ocean bird or beach type bird, I believe, with long legs, which is quite suitable because I was sitting on our vacation holiday this year, the caravan, and sat in under the marquee, and we had our holiday by the ocean. So, and I fussy cut half a book of birds, and mostly seabirds, of course. Let's see if I can get this tiny little white bit out. There we go. Thank you. So get rid of that. Do a bit of inking again, making him look a bit more aged. There we go. Pretty. And I might cut his feet off, actually. One of them. Yeah, I like that. Because I'm also going to have the dents in these. Maybe I should put them in first before I glue the birds down. Now, how about this one? Have I decided? I think I want this paper at least. And I think I want to tear it that way. So I'm going to see where I'm gonna start. See if I can use my hand to guide it. That's not... half the text disappeared. BB. I'm gonna keep it. So, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Do I want this? Then all the text disappears. I quite like that, actually. I'm auditioning them if you wonder what I'm doing. The man with the glasses. I'm just going to look. I'm not 100% sure about this, if you don't notice. I am a bit... Yeah, let me see what I have here. In my stash of Fussy Cuts. Maybe I have something else that could work better. Butterfly? No. That's just strange. No. No hair. I have my printed out cabinet cards. It's just no. Let's go back to the birds, shall we? I think he will have to be there. Actually, yeah, it's decided. Let's do him. So, inking, and then we can start gluing and finding our little labels and stuff. That's great. I believe we have been over 30 minutes already, so it's high time to start gluing. And for these I am going to use the same glue stick, because it's a bigger surface and it has a really good grip. And what I do, if I find that the edges are lifting, I'm going with art glitter glue afterwards. But this one, you know, you can have a little bit of time to adjust it so that you get it exactly where you want. There we go. And he can be there. Right, the notches. Thank you for reminding me, everyone who shouted. I'm going to use my oval punch because these are big pockets, and I'm just going to punch one layer because these will probably be glued down, or maybe there will be double pockets. I'm not sure. You can either use them as a single pocket and glue the entire surface down, or glue it down 3 sides and make it into, or 3 sides like that and make it into a double pocket. It's all up to you. There we go. And I want something up here and something down here. I'm just gonna do the big pieces right now, and then I'm gonna go in the next step. This one I have to be a bit careful because it's brittle. I believe it's the English word. It's a bit brittle. This one is old. There we go. And making sure it sticks using a little scraper and making the notch. There we go. So this is a really fun way to use up envelopes. If you don't want to use the whole envelope with using the window, here you have I'm just using half of it actually. So out of one envelope you can get many pockets. Maybe it's time to make a bird book. Bird theme one. It was a while back I did that. It's been a long time. But Christmas is almost upon us, so I am going to have to start making Christmas journals soon. This one is already glued down, right? But let's make the notches then. putting the lid back on the glue first. And I'm just eyeballing the center, as you can see. I hope it gets somewhat centered. Yeah, centered enough. You can, of course, use whatever you like to make a notch. It doesn't have to be a punch. It doesn't have to be an oval punch. It can be a round one or whale tail or whatever you like. Okay, so let's start auditioning the labels. Oh, I love those. We have 4 beautiful envelopes. He can be a 30-cent one. And I think I'm actually going to use some stamps as well from my collection. He can have a bigger one. Cacao. These are not I can't even remember. Tracy Fox labels. They're not. They are something else. Can't remember what brand it is, but they are a printable actually. So sorry about my sniffling nose. I don't like that. I'll change that one to a standing label instead. Thought that could be nice. No, do I want a darker one? Maybe. I think what's wrong here is that I am trying to put a label here. I want a label there and a stamp here instead. Sorry if you can't see. Oh, way too black, way too black. No. That could work. Oh, this one I like. Grasshopper's Charter. There we go. So, stamps. Yes. Let's see what we have. I am taking out, I have tons and tons of old stamp albums that I got thrifting and I got gifted, and yeah. So, do I want a green one on the green? No, I do not. That will probably just disappear. Maybe I should go with something with a color. Yes, yes, I like. I haven't even gotten past the first page yet. Yes, now I'm on the second page, but what's this? Officiel? No, I do not like that one. Yes. Yes. And now I want one here as well. Here. Preferably in somewhat the same color scheme as that one. Just flipping to see the colors. Here I see something I like. Yeah, that was quick and easy. You could also use the Tim Holtz stamps that are a sticker notepad. That could work. Let's get so inking again. Inking labels and stamps and then gluing them all down, and we will be done. I really enjoyed this craft, by the way. It was nice, and these pockets are pretty, really pretty. They are so big that they won't fit in my latest journal, but there will be bigger journals coming, right? And I believe that next week's Use It or Lose It, I might have to start making Christmas ephemera soon, because I don't have that much. I have a bit, I think, but not that much. Just quick ink to make sure the edges are not white on these, because I don't like them shining. So, have you ever made this kind of project where you used up whole envelopes or cut them into pieces? Or is this something you think you would try making? Let me know down below. And let's start gluing. Now I'm gonna need my tweezers, and I'm gonna need my art glitter glue. So let's start with the labels. And that one, let's put it down here. I don't know if the rule of 3 may be this one. I've heard that you should use 3 things when doing collage, but stumbling on the words. They should be in the same color, I think. So that's maybe not so good. There we go. I think it's fun to use stamps because this is envelopes. Should be stamps on envelopes, right? Don't you think? I think so. This one has lots of tiny pieces. Even though I cut one of the, no, not a leaf, but it was some kind of fruit. I cut the fruit off. There we go. And I'm gonna get a piece of paper towel to dab them down, because I think there might be a little bit too much glue. £6 farthing per pound. It says on that one, Grosvenor Charter Co. I'm trying to make them into some kind of a, I believe I put this the wrong way, but that will work, I think. Put them light. Let them be in the light. Here I want this one first. There we go. Oh, I can feel a sneeze coming. I'm so sorry. I just had to. I didn't have time to pause. Whew. Sorry. I hope it doesn't upset anyone. There we go. can see that I need to go in here with some extra glue because it's lifting a bit. And his beak, the tip of the beak is not glued down. Now it is. And I can also see that I'm gonna have to cut off the tip of his toes, but that is actually okay, I think. There we go. And the last one. We have moved along quickly. I didn't see this coming. 4 bird envelopes, or bird pockets made out of envelopes. I didn't think there would be birds. I thought it would be like lacy, pretty, girly thing, but the birds were calling to me today. And there we go. And I believe that when I am done with this, maybe it's time for some lunch and coffee, I think, because coffee is always a good idea. Magnificent, if I can say so myself. So let's see what we have. 4 pockets made out of envelopes. Here we have the first one with some dictionary page in the back. Love that, so pretty. Then we have this one with the old fly leaf in the back there. We have this one, the marbled paper. And we have this one, and I need to put some glue on there, with the lovely bird and the leaves and the music paper. Really nice. So let's start with just a little bit of glue there. There we go. And I also see that I need to do a bit of doctoring on the feet here. 2 toes. Doesn't even look like it. There we go. That is our make today in our Use It Lose It. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if this is something you usually do when you have envelopes in the mail, or if you would be interested in giving it a try. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate having you guys to talk to while I create. And have a great rest of your week. I will be back soon with another video. Bye.